Okay, I'm back with another progress report. Um, the 15th was the last one that I did. Um, it is the 22nd now, I think, which means it has been 7 days, right? Yeah. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's been a week, exactly. Which does line up with what I was saying. Um, so that's good. But it's pretty much all good. We figured out a few new things. It's cool. I can say that at least. Um, we discovered some stuff. Right now, the types of soap that are being sold at like Targets and Publixes are solid soaps and liquid soaps, and those are made through heating and cooling processes. Um, but we've discovered a new type of soap that A works differently and B is made differently. And in both ways, it's more efficient. So, with solid and liquid soaps, you have these dirt molecules being enveloped in like a bubble. That's how soap works. But with the new soap, we're calling it piss soap right now, like piss soap, yeah. Um, it doesn't do that. It teleports dirt molecules into Wyoming. In the long run, it's probably not the greatest move, just because it kind of makes Wyoming grow faster, but I'd say it's beneficial because of how effective it is as a soap. Um, it just works. So we're thinking of manufacturing that. It'll make good money. It'll be sold at the Walmarts where we've attached Wendy's restaurants to. Once we do that. Um, so that'll be very good for the country. It'll be good for our health. I'm sure there will be some applications for it in other fields. We're not we're a little wary about publicizing how it works fully, just because of how it teleports stuff into Wyoming. If someone were to like use it in a desert and just teleport like a ridiculous amount of sand into Wyoming, there would be a disaster on our hands. So we don't want to do that. But we will be selling the soap. There's no way for people to figure out how piss soap works differently compared to other types of soaps, besides what I've already just lined up and explained just now. So there's nothing to worry about there. However, it's not all good news today. We've, as I said last time, we're doing tests with Wyoming. We tried growing plants in Wyoming, and they don't grow normally. So, A, we don't know where that energy is coming from because Wyoming is defined by its total lack of energy. And B, we don't like how they're growing. They're living things, which means they have cells, which means if Wyoming is in human cells in some way, it's probably not good for us. Um, so that's a reason to not fly over Wyoming. We've worked with airports and stuff when we told them to not fly over Wyoming anymore because it's frankly a little scary. Again, I don't know how high Wyoming is technically. It could just be a beam of darkness through the whole universe. We wouldn't know any better. There's no way to tell. Well, there is, but honestly, like why? Who would bother with that? You'd have to be a reasonable person to do that. So we're not too concerned with figuring out Wyoming's size and stuff. We're more interested in figuring out Wyoming's properties. We've also discovered some other spots that act in the same way that Wyoming does. There are parts of Florida, there's Brazil, just the entire, that area is just a larger Wyoming, honestly. But it's a larger surface area, so the energy is spread more evenly, so it's less concentrated like danger, unlike the one in the US. There are some locations over in Asia. There's a lot to list there though, so I'm not gonna bother with that. I don't even have the list on hand, unfortunately. Um, it's a large list of locations in Asia that are similar to Wyoming. They're all over the earth. Um, some asteroids have had bits of nothing on them. It's just everywhere. We're starting to think it's a normal occurrence. Um, and for some reason, some couches, like the furniture, have acted a little similar. Um, so don't sit on some couches because they may like eat you alive. That's what we're finding. Um, some of the lazy boy furnitures, they act like that. Um, some of the booths in Moe's Southwest Grills, and there's a few other restaurants. There was Steak and Shake. Like 50% of booths in Steak and Shakes will devour you, and like 10% of booths in Moe's Southwest Grills will devour you. So don't sit on those. Um, if you already have, deal with it, shithead. But if you have not sat on the booths, just stay safe. Don't do it. Um, Obviously, this isn't exactly much of a concern because it's very easy to avoid. Just don't sit on the booths. But still worth mentioning. Just like with the airports, we've also worked with those restaurants and a few others that exhibit the same symptoms. Um, and they're recalling that they're phasing out booths in favor of those awful metal chairs and those wooden chairs too. So it's good. That problem will be gone soon. Also, you may have seen viral videos on the internet that they're like encapsulated water. It's a type of plastic slash rubber. I think it's a plastic that's edible. And it's like a more efficient use of water that's meant to be more environmentally friendly. Um, don't bother with those. I tried them and they just smell bad, honestly. So don't try those. Wouldn't, don't do that. Also, um, there have been a few findings, um, just related to guns. Namely that bullets are overweight. So we will be giving bullets sufficient exercise in the future. Um, just giving them more time to lose weight, I guess. It's important. America is known for its obesity, so we need to lower that. In terms of other overweight things, honestly, it's just mostly bullets and people too, but people don't willingly exercise, unfortunately, so we can't do much about that. Well, we can do a ton about that, but I'm not doing that. At least on purpose. Wendy's, I think, will help with that just because people won't want to eat there anymore after a few months. But other than that, people aren't going to see much change in their weight, which I think some people will appreciate. They don't want their lives changing too drastically from my drastic changes. Um, Obviously, if you work at a place like Subway or something, you're going to have problems. Just because your restaurant's going to get destroyed. Um, we'll employ some of them at Wendy's. We'll set up a page on the website. If you want that. If you worked at like a restaurant previously, you'll have a better chance of being hired, obviously. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. There's going to be a lot of Wendy's restaurants being built anyways. So in terms of people losing jobs, it's a minimal amount, except for the extreme amount of people losing their jobs for other reasons. If your job is in like transportation, sanitation, those kinds of things, you're gonna lose your job most likely. Just a lot of IT too, I guess. Though if you can do some stuff with IT. You can make a computer or something. Go do that. And then report back to me with your computer. I'll set up a PO box for IT people to send me their computers that they build for me, and I'll just play Cave Story on them. So that'll be good. I'll pay you some. You can get IT people. Okay, new ordinance. IT people will get chicken nuggets from Wendy's at a 2% discount. If you send me your computers. So that will hopefully stimulate the new computer trade that I've established. So yeah, that'll be good. So IT people, don't worry about it anymore. You're set for life now. So thank me later. Also, as I'm setting up a PO box, feel free to send letters, but not letters filled with death powder that will kill me. Don't do that. I hate to be giving people ideas, but I think it's important that I put my foot down and say no to literally killing me. So that's about it for today. I've pretty much reported everything that I wanted to. So yeah, a lot of progress, some good things, some bad things. All around, it's an okay week for us. So thank you.